Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a space round in the Messala. I'm not great with the Messala, and I'm not great with space, so this is a winning combination, but Messala being space compatible, meaning it gets better movement rate and better, just various mobility perks in space, means that, somehow two negatives wound up equaling a positive for me overall. It's not my best showing, but I've definitely done worse. So we're going to take a look, and hopefully I'll have something useful to say about it, and not just go totally on some weird dumb tangent. No promises. Well, I just got stopped in my tracks by a beam shot, as that's what they're for, basically. Messala, I think, has pretty good reach, but I am just doing a really bad job of reaching this Gear Zulu. Also, the one set of grenades are weird because they seem to fire one at a time, but I don't think they stun on their own. Either that or I just timed them poorly. I'm not sure which. But regardless, yeah, did not have a lot of luck with those grenades. The missiles, on the other hand, are really nice, but I think you can fire them while boosting, which, as I've mentioned before, one of the best strategies in the game as far as I'm concerned, because, yeah, if anything you can fire while boosting, you can fire while being harder to hit, so. And also just, I feel like, mobile suits should be mobile when they're fighting. Just a thing. Not sure why I went over this way. Did I think I saw something, or I have no idea. I don't know why I do things, but currently 2415 to 1610, charging the mega particle cannons, which do hit pretty hard when they're charged. I believe they can stun uncharged, but yeah, a lot of damage from the charged version. There is something 1609. I only hit it with one of the two beams. That's a Rizel, and yeah, we have equal melee priority, so we just kind of clashed and bounced off of each other. I managed to hit it, and it looks like the claw is a knockdown weapon. New knockdown weapons are not exactly common, so that's nice to know. The Zogok, of course, has a knockdown weapon. The Heat Glaive that Doug Schneid's and the Dom high-speed test type use also does instant knockdown. Like I said, I believe Shin Matsunaga's Giant Heat Hawk does as well. Like I said, it's not a ton of weapons that have instant knockdown, but always nice to find another one, and it looks like Messala's Claw does that. Like I said, I don't play it very often, so I may be wrong about that. As always, always happy to see corrections in the comments, because I don't want to have incorrect information out there. Sometimes I get the wrong idea about how something works, and sometimes I'm just straight up, wrong, or my memory is bad, which is just universally true, or whatever. So yeah, just always happy for gentle corrections in my commentary. I may think differently if you start with Rob, you idiot, but it's just the information I'm always happy for. And let's see, yeah, hit the shield on that. This GPO-1FB is doing a pretty good job of dodging me, but I did manage to stun it eventually, which was not enough for me to really do anything substantial to it. And now I'm throwing out missiles again, some of which did actually hit, but I'm just getting focused down and I planted my feet, which is never a good idea in space, honestly. So just sitting still to fire, which I was doing there. It's not a great idea on the ground a lot of times. In space, it's suicidal. So, yeah, just keep moving. It's worth it. And especially with something that has pretty good boost efficiency in space and can transform, which I don't think I've actually made use of yet, but, still got 3.5 minutes, so we'll see. See, 7740 to 6175, so I feel like I'm right on that threshold of contributing where I am helping, and it's not so much that the team is winning despite me, so I will take that. Sometimes I'm picky about what I run. To be honest, I've been getting less picky just because I feel like it's been harder for me to get good rounds lately. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's the fact that the player base is a little bit split. Some people have moved from PlayStation to Steam, and so that just changes the dynamic of things a little bit. Or just sometimes I just go through a phase where I cannot play to save my life, which is when that's happening, always grateful for my friends sending me guest videos, because sometimes I just don't quite know, don't quite have anything planned. Luckily, I got 2 or 3 here that were worth running in a row, so I'm doing the voiceovers here on Wednesday night to Thursday mornings. Since I didn't get the new suit, this is a much more productive use of the next couple hours rather than trying to grind out a decent round with it. So, I do like to have those up as quick as I can, but also, man, sometimes opening night is killer. And then sometimes it's easier when people don't know how to counter the thing yet. But that means it's not a particularly good representation of the suit and how people will be playing it as of when the video is published either. So, just it's more complex to do these videos than you might think. Even when I have purposely made it so it was as lightly demanding on my time as possible when I was caregivering. But yeah, and again, just it all comes down to half of this comes down to mood for me. If I'm not in a good place, if I'm not playing well, I need to give it up and take a rest. People who can play consistently, I really admire, because I am so much a creature of mood that I really have to be in just the right place to get anything decent done. And luckily I may not be playing great here, but I think I think I've managed to hang in there and at least not get totally frustrated by getting myself surrounded, focused, tackled, all the greatest hits of GBO problems and mistakes and such. So, but 30 some seconds left. We've got a lead. I could have followed that swing, but I wasn't sure if the Rizel had time to tackle or not. I have time to dive back and kill it with the Vulcans, though, because Messala has really good Vulcans. So that is, and again, it's at costs where not everything has really good ballistic defense, which is nice. If I'd remembered to reload, that I might have done a little bit better against that GPO-1FB. That's, though, as you can see, the drawback to those Vulcans is a slow reload. But I do have beam cannons, and I connected, so one last kill to end the round on. Nothing wrong with that. So, yep, that is the round. Like I said, I think I did relatively well. Just like I said, in not my best suit and not my best element, this was pretty good. I had top diversions, though, which, again, doesn't really surprise me because this thing is big. So, 5 and 3, 82,000 damage. I think that's fair. So, that's going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! This is another one that never got an MS in action. There was I've mentioned this before, I think, but it has probably been a hot minute. There was going to be a US Zeta Gundam line when Zeta Gundam was going to be on Adult Swim. And then all of a sudden they decided Zeta Gundam wasn't going to be on Adult Swim, and instead of putting those toys out anyway, they just did a bunch of... They extended G Gundam, they did some repeats from Gundam Wing, like second versions of some of those, and an odd smattering of first Gundam figures, and just the line kind of just withered. Gundam Seed was pretty much the last hurrah there, and there'd been a couple of, I think at least 1 year, maybe 2, since there had been a new Gundam series at that point, and they just kept rerunning G, and it was all over. But I keep wondering sometimes. I know there's things from that period that probably sat. There are probably prototypes for things that never got made. I've theorized for a long time that the first release Mega Bazooka launcher was probably intended for the U.S. market. And also just, I know there was a flying armor mold before the extended one that came out. And I just kind of I wonder if there was like a Messala, you know, large mobile suit / mobile suit and vehicle set like with the Zamel. Like maybe those big pods on the shoulders were the equivalent to the Zamel's entire back end. But unfortunately, I will never be inside the, Bandai America Toys archive, so I will never find this out. Tragic.